Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the last night's racing league. Boy, we're battling some gremlins here tonight, folks, and I hope you guys can hear me. I'm trying to I'm trying to listen through my headset, and it sounds like it's coming through on my phone. So I think you guys should be able to hear me okay. Well, I tell you, everybody faces that sometimes, but well, we're glad you made it here tonight, and I'm glad we're able to bring the race to you. And but we're here with the last night's Racing League Season 3, round number 8 here at Kansas Speedway. It's a beautiful night for racing out there. Air temperature 72 degrees. Wind is gusting at 7 miles an hour. That track temperature 105. As always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, click that notification bell if you want to know the moment we go live. And yeah, we're just going live here now, folks. We feel like we're winging it here, but I think we got everything going okay. And before we head on down to the track, we want to give a shout out to our broadcast sponsor, Butt Kicker. Don't forget to check out their link in the description for all your the racing needs there, for all the great products that they have. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. And we normally start about 10 minutes before qualifying, but they're rolling over into qualifying right now. And while they're qualifying, we still want to go through the points here and stuff. Let's take a look at the driver standings here. And Dakota Moniz, he's on top there. James Trammell in second, only 4 points behind. Adam Elshire third. Kenneth Neal Amison, he's going to tie with Vincent Sora there. And Danny Cochran sixth, Mike Simone seventh, Charles Roberson eighth, and Max Foner ninth, and Tyler Dingler rounds. He's actually in a tie with Martin Morales. And you know what? I'm going to check something here real quick. Bear with me. I want to make sure that I'm looking. You know what? I didn't think that was right. That's not the right points. I don't know what happened. I had all this set up, and something went screwy with my broadcast software. So there we go. That's what those are the actual points there. Dakota, he's still in the lead. James Trammell is 6 points behind. Vincent Sora third. Kenneth Neal Amison fourth. Danny Cochran fifth. Adam Elshire sixth. And there's a tie there with Charles Roberson and Mike Simone in the seventh position. Ninth, Martin Morales and Sean Huffstutler rounds out your top 10. And we're going to switch over to the team standings. Let me double check and make sure that we got this right here, because it looks like for some reason my software switched back to last week's race. I don't know why it did that. And so there's the updated points there. Something went screwy for sure. And Morecast Racing, they're still ahead of Larson Line Motorsports only by 9.8 points there. Vortex Theory is third. Obsidian Edge up 2 positions into that 4th spot. Team Shavoda is 5th. TR Motorsports moved up 1 into the 6th spot. Max Motorsports, they've fell a few positions there, down 3 down to 7th. Alpha Rose, Sim Racing, Pirate Racing, and Full Throttle are 8th, 9th, and 10th respectively. And let's see. Let's go ahead and go down on track. Oh, here we go. OBS is crashing. I'm having some problems. Wow. Problems. I think my broadcast software, the software itself crashed, and I've never had to do that before. So we're just going to have to keep our fingers crossed and hope that things hold together here for the race. Now, we're still going on with qualifying here. It looks like everything's up and running. Once again, apologize for the technical difficulties. And boy, this is a new one on me here. I've never had this happen before, so I'm not really sure why that's doing that. But, let's go ahead and I think everybody is probably, we're at almost 4 minutes. And normally we do the national anthem. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, something is definitely wrong with my software. We're going to have to do something after tonight's broadcast, because a lot of the pre-recorded audio that I use, nothing is playing for some reason. And but we can hear the trucks on track, and you can hear my voice, so that's all that matters there, and just general music. And so we'll go ahead and see if we can. We got about 20 seconds before they roll over to the race session here, and give a shout out to Barbara McLaughlin there. Hey, #1 fan for Team Shavota. and yeah, Barbara, we kind of got it up and running here. You know, hopefully keep you, like I said, keep your fingers crossed that everything holds together here for the race. And so that's I'll have to troubleshoot that before tomorrow night's broadcast. And okay, checkered flag is out for qualifying. So as they get ready to line up here, let's wait, get some trucks out on the track there, and we'll see. Check out who the starting. Look at this starting grid. Trucks are starting to come out onto the track. And let's bring up that starting grid here. On the pole, Colin Forrester, Sean Huffstadler second, Lance Hill third, Kenneth Amerson fourth, John Ashley Amerson fifth, Max Foner in the sixth position, Austin G seventh, Martin Morales eighth, Danny Cochran ninth, Vincent Sora, he rounds out your top 10. Then in the 11th spot is Jimmy Green, 12th is A.J. Green, 13th is Josh Carver, then we have Logan Rhodes 14th, 15th is Tyler Dingler, Greg Moore is 16th. Good to see Greg out there. Jacob Morris is 17th. James Trammell 18th. Seba Corns 19th. Jesse Thornock rounds out the top 20. David Mayer 21st. Charles Roberson 22nd. Jad Khalif, he's our spotlight driver tonight in the 23rd position. Mike Simone is in the 24th spot. 25th is Sean McLaughlin. 26th, Gerald Space. Dakota Moniz 27th. Shane Wilden Sr., 28th spot, 29th, Taylor Bowles, and Travis Eccles in the shotgun position, starting 30th on the field. And the trucks are getting lined up nicely. It looks like 2 or 3 more folks are waiting to come onto the starting grid here. They have that 2-minute countdown. And getting lined up nicely. It sounds like everything, the audio is holding steady there on your end, the viewer's end. So we will keep our fingers and our toes crossed tonight and hope that doesn't happen again. And they're getting ready to roll off here. Colin Forrester leading the field off. Getting ready for 90 laps in this 1.5 mile facility. And I'm just double checking things. It looks like everything that I can do on my end right now is been done. So here we go, folks. They're making their way out of turn 4. Pace car is getting ready to go down on the pit road. And we're waiting for that green flag. Green. We got a green, and we're racing here at Kansas. Forrester leads them down into turn 1. Sean Huffstadler, boy, a great starting position for the 99. We've seen him start in the back quite a bit this season, but right up near the front there. Lance Hill also right there behind Forrester. They're 1, 2, 3 at the moment. You got the 7 of Kenneth Neal Amerson right there, and for Alfa Row and teammate, I think that's his teammate, yeah, John Ashley Amerson. And they're all right there. Forrester, he will hang on to lead lap number 1. Field spreading out nicely here. Sean Hawks. Oh boy, we got a caution. Let's see. I don't let's see. I think it involved Seba Corns. Where is Seba at? I don't see him. Okay, yeah, he just finished spinning there. Let's go back and take a look here and see if we can see what happened to Seba here. Oh, it looked like he just got sideways. Let's run that back just a little bit here. And yeah, he was already sideways when he grabbed that little bit of that apron, and then that was it. And coming off of turn 2 there, and we couldn't see who that was he got into. It might have been Gerald Space. And that was about it. Everybody else went on by, so caution here on lap number 2. And he was able to continue. Now, they only have the one faster pair that they're using, so who knows? He might have to use that. We hope not this early in the race, but you never know. Forrester is still your leader, followed by the 44 Lance Hill. Kenneth Neal Amerson is in that third spot. Sean Huffstudler, like I was getting ready to say, Morecast Racing. And Sean, he's got a really good start this time, right up the front at the beginning of this race. We've seen him make his way to the front throughout several races as it started to work his way in up into the top 10. But starting up this far to the front, that's a good sign for Sean Huffstudler. Morecast Racing as well. They still leading the team points. His teammate Martin Morales back in the 8th spot. So that's 50% of the team in the top 10. They've got Jacob Morris back in the 15th position and James Trammell in 17th. So we'll see how things shake out here. Lance Hill, he's with Vortex Theory running in that second spot. He has one teammate in the top 10. That's A.J. Green. And while we have a chance, where's Jad Khalif? There's Jad right there. And I think we have to, hold on a second. We're gonna do a reset here. That's our spotlight driver. He loaded his paint, but I think we need to try to, we're gonna see if we can get the paints reloaded while we're under caution here. And we'll get that off the screen. And Jad, he was supposed to be in spotlight driver last week. He was feeling a little bit under the weather. Good to see him back out on the track. And I didn't see anybody come down pit road. There were some folks that did come down pit road. And Max Fona, Greg Moore, Sean McLaughlin, they all came down pit road. David Mayer came down. Mike Simone, a lot of the guys that are running back in the 20s there. And so, yeah, they all made it down pit road. Now let's go up here with we'll check here with the leader. I'm not sure if they have one to go just yet. And you can see the trading paints. Yeah, that's a neat software where drivers can share their paints with each other and stuff. And it's amazing how all that works. I have no exactly idea how it works, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And while we're waiting for those paints to load, let's go up the front here. And the lights are out on the pace car. So we're getting ready to go green once again. It'll be lap 6 when we cross the stripe here. And there goes the pace car once again. I believe the restart's on the leader here. So when Forrester, he puts that right foot down and he's gone. Boy, Lance Hill is right there. He's not wasting any time. He's right on the tail of that 24. Make sure he's going to stay right there. The rest of the field is, they got about a truck length at least there on, looks like Amerson there. He's staying, Lance Hill staying close to that 24. Colin Forrester taking a look on the outside as they make their way into turns 3 and 4. Who's got the better line right now? It looks like it's still Forrester. He's going to hold on, and he'll stay in the lead as they start lap number 7. Kenneth Neal Amerson there in that third spot. He's got Vincent Sora right behind him. Vince is pretty darn strong just about anywhere you go. Trying to chase down that number 7.
The Yellow flag is
Oh
out.
boy, we got another caution. Caution here at lap number 8. Let's see. Not sure. We got a yellow flag, and let's see. Try to find out who was involved in that one. I think it might be Austin G. Okay, G. He's in the grass, and I think Gerald Space is. I thought I saw him somewhere. Gerald Space. Oh boy, he's yeah. Okay, there's Gerald Space. Who was that? Somebody was smoking in front of him. That was the 48 of can't get a lock on him there. AJ Green. So he is definitely going to have to use his faster pair. And boy, that happened so fast. We don't even have a replay. And so, I don't know if Logan Rhodes was involved in that or not. Let's see. Logan Rhodes is already on pit road. Let's see what happened to Logan. He might have had to tow in. Okay, he was the victim of whatever was happening there. So you know what? Let's roll that back a little bit here, and we'll slow that. We're going to slow this thing down. Slow that down there, and let's go to. Let's see. Let's go to. Who are we looking for here? AJ Green, perhaps. He was in some of the action there, and he's right there. Danny Cochran in the 2 truck. They got together. That might be where everything started. Who was that on the outside? They clobbered somebody up there against the wall, and that started everything going. Trucks are all over the place behind them. And there's Mike Simone. He's rolling up onto it right now. And where is he going to go? I mean, rolling into a cloud of smoke there, and he's staying to the high side. Like he was able to avoid a lot of what was happening there. AJ Green, he's still tangled up there. That's the 21 that he got tangled up with. That's Logan Road. So that's how Logan, I think he had to tow in. But we're going to go ahead and take it back live here. So a couple of quick cautions here. And we don't see that here that often. And kind of surprising that it would happen on a track like this. I mean, Kansas, this is one of those tracks that, multiple lanes to race in. To me, I call it roomy, tracks like this, and a lot of room to race. And guys, I guess, they're getting after it and just, going real hard here at the beginning. And some of these folks are, paying the price for it. And so now we've got Logan Rhodes, he's a couple of laps down. Simone is 1 lap down. And Forrester, he's saving that fuel as always. The lights are out on the pace car, so it'll be lap 11 when they get going once again. And there's Jad Khalif and in the Rice Motorsports TV truck. I think his numbers are black, so that's why you don't see his numbers on the side of the truck. I can't change that because that's going to affect other graphics on the screen. But he is the number 22 there, and you can see it on the relative box in your lower right-hand corner. But good to see Jad back out there tonight. And
Green.
we've got a green flag once again. And look at Forrester he's taking a really low line there, kind of trying to block Lance Hill. Lance is right there, hanging on. Is anybody behind them? Okay, they're not. They didn't get away from the rest of the field this time. Vincent Sora is into that 3rd position. Who knows? He may not be back there too long. As they cross the line, Sora, he's in 3rd. Kenneth Neal Amoson in the 4th spot. Then we have Sean Huffstadler and Martin Morales, 2 Morecast drivers, running 5th and 6th. That's good for them. Martin, he's battling Joshua Carver in that 33 machine. Now, Kansas, I say Kansas has a lot of room to run. They aren't quite as wide as, like, say, a Michigan or something, They do have basically the 3 lanes, but it just kind of feels that way. Tracks like this, they're not quite on top of each other as some of the other tracks. Riding along with Josh Carver there. Let's look a little further back in the field. That's the 18 of Jacob Morris, and he's running in the 8th spot. John Ashley Amison running 9th. Forrester, he's still out front. Here we have Jimmy Green rounding out the top 10 at the moment. He's followed by Jesse Thornock, and I think that's the first Larson Line driver. That's the highest running Larson Line driver at the moment. He's got James Trammell, forecast driver, behind him. Tyler Dingler running 13th. Then we have another Larson Line driver, Dakota Moniz, in that 14th spot. Nice battle, Max Foner, Charles Roberson there. Roberson showing a little bit of damage on the back of that truck there. So that last caution, he definitely took on some damage somewhere, able to hold on and keep going, running there for Team Shimoda. Right now, I think he's the highest running member of Team Shimoda. Forrester continues to lead up front, and we have Danny Cochran running 17th. Seba Corns, he's battling. Those are 2 teammates, actually, Seba Corns and Jad Khalif, your spotlight driver. And then they have 93 of Taylor Bowles. A lot of racing going on back here, folks. Let's check up the front real quick and see what's going on here. And, oh, look at the side-by-side racing. There's Sora and Hill battling for that second position. Vincent Sora wants it. Hill's trying to hold on to it. Then Kenneth Neal Amison in the black number 7 back there. He's watching everything unfold in front of him. Colin Forrester continues to lead. I think he's led every lap of the race so far, now lap 17. Lance Hill now just slightly starting to fall back behind Sora. Who they got behind them, and Amison is right there with the 99 of Sean Hofstetler. Hofstetler trying to get around the 7 of Amison. Look, he does get around him for the moment anyway, as they get ready to shoot on down the backstretch. Amison fighting back on the high side. And meanwhile, Vincent Sora, he's made his way to the front. But boy, look at Lance Hill. He's trying that low line. See if he can make something happen here as they come off of 4. Sora and Forrester are staying high. And Lance Hill just about, he's neck and neck with the 26 right now. It kind of looks like that high line has a little bit better momentum coming off the corner, though. Just like that, Sora just made his way right to the front. And now he's starting to pull away just a little bit, 0.2 of a second. Hill and Forrester will be battling for that second spot. Amison right there behind them, and he's still battling with Sean Hofstetler. So those 5 right there, that's the top 5 battling right there. And then let's see. After Sean Hofstetler, and Martin Morales is a little bit further back. He's got Jacob Morris behind him. Not quite as close at the moment, but could get there. Let's take another quick look a little further back in the field. We picked up, we were there with Josh Carver, the 33. Jad Khalif a little bit further back, and that's our spotlight driver there this evening. He's also league owner here, last night's Racing League, currently running in that 18th position. He's about a half a second ahead, actually, of Austin G, running in 19th, trying to close in on him now just a little bit. A little further back, there's Greg Moore with Team Shimoda. Got his teammate Gerald Space. And that was the guy I was trying to think of last week, you know, the one guy that wasn't there, and because his name was right on the tip of my tongue. And good to see Gerald He's able to get in there every now and then, running with his teammate. Seba Corns are in that 24th spot. Boy, and things getting tight behind them. Sean McLaughlin, he's got the 17. David Mayer. Mayer trying to make a move down on the inside of the 28. Not quite close enough to really make the pass just yet. McLaughlin does move down on the inside. Forrester, he continues to lead, but only by about 1/10 of a second. So the boys at the front, they're running pretty close together. Oh, McLaughlin almost got a little loose coming off of turn 2. That might give Mayer an opportunity here to try to almost draw even. Boy, that was close. Sean McLaughlin was able to hold on, though, and so right now he's holding on to that 26th spot. Let's look back up towards the front a little bit here. Sean, there's Kenneth Neal Amison in the 4th spot now. He's falling back a little bit. Lance Hill, he's lost a little ground to Vincent Sora. Vincent Sora has lost the lead once again to Colin Forrester. Your pole sitter once again back at the head of the class here as we start lap 25. And boy, this is a fast-flowing track here, folks. I love these kind of tracks here. It just seems like you just really zoom around those places. Forrester, your leader. Now they've got 3 sets of tires to work with. They've got they're running 70% fuel with 3 sets of tires, and they all have one faster pair, and they only get 1 chance at a green-white checker for the 90 laps that are scheduled here this evening. Forrester trying to open up that gap again, a couple of 1/10 of a second. Sora, he's still there in second. They look like they're spaced out pretty good there. You can see the top 3 there. And they look at how far they pulled away from 4th place Amison. Amison back there in 4th. It's like 2 groups of 3. That was 1, 2, 3. This is 4th, 5th, and 6th right here. And then James Trammell kind of leading the rest of the pack there at the moment. And that's Jesse Thornark, Larson Line driver right behind him, running in that 8th position. The field is dispersed pretty evenly here right now. A little further back, there's Dakota Moniz. He's running right with his teammate there right now. And I think that's Charles Roberson right in front of them. That 94 truck, they're trying to get around Charles if they can. Charles kind of holding them off here at the moment. That's Martin Morales in the 1 truck. Oh, we got a caution. And let's see. I think it might have been Taylor Bowles. Where is Taylor at? Oh, Taylor's down there on the inside wall. And is his engine running? His engine is running. I wonder if he's going to take off or not. Let's see what happened to Taylor here. Yeah, he's racing and looked like he almost lost it. Something's wrong. Okay, yeah, something's not right. He almost just came down off of the track on his own. Maybe tried to slow down, was carrying a lot of speed and just kind of ran into that wall. But something didn't seem like it was working right with his steering, and he decided, I'm going to go ahead and just pit. Or just pull down off the track, but and he might be having some problems with his race rig. We'll see what happens. But meanwhile, Forrester, we're here under caution, lap 29. We'll see if any of the leaders come down pit road, and yes, they are making their way down. Not green flag pit stops, but just the whole gang is coming down pit road. Forrester followed by Sora, Lance Hill coming down behind them. There's Jacob Morris. Got up into that 4th position ahead of Amison 5th. Hal Stutler in the 6th spot is James Trammell hitting his box or getting, oh no, he forgot where he parked at. He dipped in a little too soon there, and he did. Or maybe he just faked out. Maybe he did. He decided at the last minute, I think he just had a change of heart, folks. He said, you know what? I think I'm just going to stay out and lead this race. And James Trammell, Morecast Racing, little trickery going on there, got himself up into the first position under caution. Of course, you know, everybody else's tires are going to be about 30 laps fresher, so he might be doing this drive. He might have decided, you know, I'm going to get up here and get a bonus point for leading a lap. And so a little bit of strategy here, and you never know. He might catch another caution here, because I don't know how he's going to be able to he's not going to be able to stay there. Who is that in front of him? That's the 21 of Logan Rhodes. I don't think Logan's on the – is he on the – I don't think he's on the lead lap. And Logan, he is actually in the lucky dog position, I guess, now. He's showing one lap down. And because he's in front of the leader, you know, we get the one to go and he'll get that wave around. So he'll come back around and be on the tail end of the lead lap at the back of the pack when they go green. So Travis Eccles making his way down pit road. Doesn't look like he's having any problems or anything. Just like he may be getting let's see if he gets tired. Looked like he might have just topped off with fuel there. Somebody else came down. Couldn't make out who that was. That's I think that's Josh Carver. Yeah, that was Josh Carver. Boy, his right side of that truck is really scraped up. And let's see. That was Mike Simone I was looking at. And he also, boy, a lot of guys are having a lot of contact with the wall out here today, looking like Darlington or something. And so we'll see how this works out here. James Trammell, they're waiting to get that one to go. Logan Rhodes waiting for it so he can get that free wave around. And now Trammell, he got that, he led that lap and got that bonus point. He said, you know, I'm gonna come on down now and get because I think it's I think Logan Rhodes got that wave around. I think he's making his way around. Where is Logan at? I'm trying to look and see. Is he still? Yeah, he's making his way around. James Trammell, he came on down on pit road. I think he just topped off the fuel there. Not sure if he didn't look like he took tires. So he'll obviously, you know, he'll drop to the back of the pack there, but he'll still be on the lead lap. And I tell you, it looked like he just changed, not changed tires, but just topped off the tank. So he may be happy with how the truck's doing here. Maybe trying to just save those tires, and because we're about a third of the way now. We are a third of the way through the race now, lap 32. Vincent Sora now is your leader. Now that Trammell had pitted from the lead here, so he'll lead them back to the green flag. Pace car is in. Sora controls the restart. He drops the hammer and he's gone. Jacob Morris, and look at Lance Hill. He's battling with Morris there for that second spot. And it looks like Morris is going to get it. Well, kind of. Let's see if that hotline works for him. Lance Hill's been trying to make those passes on that low line. The higher line has been getting the better momentum off the corner. Morris is barely holding on to the second position as they start lap 34. And I'm wondering what happened to Colin Forrester. He's way, while these guys are battling it out here, Forrester's way down there in looks like about 22nd position. So yeah, he is way out of position. He came in and pitted with everybody else, but something happened there. This is a tight battle for the lead here, folks. Kenneth Amerson, he is right behind those top three. Sorry, he manages to get to the front, but he hasn't been really able to pull away from anybody like we've seen him do in the past, like really open up a gap. These guys are coming hard. Jacob Morris having a good run. Boy, he gets right up on the tail there of the 26. Oh, boy, that was close. Man, it's getting tight going down the backstretch here. They're almost 3 wide going into turn 3. Sora, he's kind of stuck down on the inside. I don't know if he actually wants to be down there or not. That hasn't been exactly the fastest line around the track, but he's making it work right now. We've seen other guys try to make a pass down on that low line. And right now, Morris might be in the better position, and he is. He's got a truck length ahead. Hill was trying to follow him. Hill might be in a better position than Sora as well. Sora kind of stuck down on that inside. And he falls back to third for the moment anyway. Jacob Morris is your leader. Sean Huffstadler, he's made his way back into the mix once again. Oh boy, that was Amerson got real close to number 7 there. Almost came together there with the 99. Boy, these boys are battling hard here, folks. All kind of a staggered 3-way coming out of 4. Sora, he makes his way back to the front. And how about Kenneth Neal Amerson now up to the second position with Sean Huffstadler there in third. Coming down now to start lap 40. Sora is your leader. Amerson second, riding on board with Sean Huffstadler. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Danny Cochran getting around Martin Morales, the other Morecast driver there. Cochran now moving into that 6th position. Teammate just ahead of him, Jesse Thornog. Those are the 2 highest running Larson line drivers. And we got Charles Roberson for Team Shavoda, the only Team Shavoda driver in the top 10 at the moment. Charles in that 8th position. And Larson line driver Dakota Moniz right behind them there. And then there's Tyler Dingler running in the rounds out the top 10. AJ Green running 11th at the moment. Looks like Dingler is blinking just a little bit here. I think that's the first time we've seen anybody blink at all, really, tonight. Getting very close to the halfway point here. I tell you, nobody is getting a break up at the front. Let me tell you, Sora, he's still leading, but not by much, not even quite 0.2 of a second. Amerson, he is right there. And Huffstadler isn't far behind either. So you've got guys here. They're not Vincent Sora, Max Foner. He's back there in the 4th spot now. It is sort of a kind of a group of drivers here. Like, you know, they're kind of forming that alliance here again, folks. You know, because some of these guys, they do race in another league. They may not be teammates here, but they're racing buddies elsewhere. So sort of a little bit of a team thing going on, just a little bit. You know, the only one that's really kind of the odd man out would be the 7 of Kenneth Neal Amerson. He's got other folks around him that are, you know, either teammates, you know, or associates, should we say. Then we got Charles Roberson in 8th spot. Tyler Dingham was still holding on to that 10th position. Let's look a little further back here. There's John Ashley Amison back in the 14th position. Colin Forrester just got ahead of him for that 13th spot. David Mayer running 15th. And Seba Corns, he's a little further back, running in the 17th position. Jad Khalif, our spotlight driver, he's currently running in the 18th position, kind of where he was earlier. I think he was running like 17th or something. And so kind of just holding his own out there right now. And he's got Shane Wilden there behind him, about 7/10 of a second back there. So he's managing to stay out of trouble. And you can see on the track map, boy, like 1st through 15th, they're not jammed on top of each other, but that's a lot more congested section of races right there, and then as the rest of the field. You can see right there, Sora continues to lead, and it's still like 0.18, barely trying to get to 0.2 of a second. He is not getting a moment's rest at all here tonight. And now it's Sean Hofstadler now in the 2nd position. And Amison is still hanging on. He's been hanging around in the top 3 and 4 pretty almost the whole time. Jesse Thornock starting to make his way up there in that 14 truck. Highest running Larson line driver. Hofstadler having a very good race here at the moment. And Sora finally got over, well, for a moment there, he was a couple of tenths up on whoever was running second. But, the track is just moving too fast, and we're down a little bit past halfway mark now. It was at lap 45. Now we're starting lap 49. So we're definitely in the second half of this race here, and looks like they're going to start coming up on some lap traffic. Logan Rhodes, he got that wave around, but he's less than 3 seconds from going a lap down once again. He's just well off the pace for some reason here tonight. Sean Hofstadler's teammate Martin Morales in that 6th position. Now that's good for their team, because the team points are based on an average, and they of course they have a couple other teammates. Jacob Morris, he's the 18 is all the way back in the 29th position. I don't know how he got that far back either. And James Trammell is running 20th, but these two here are running right there. Charles Roberson battling with the 5 there of Dakota Moniz. How about the 25 of Jimmy Green trying to get himself into the mix here? And behind them, A.J. Green. Oh, he was door to door there with the 2 of Danny Cochran. They're battling pretty good here. Green's able to hold on to that 10th spot. Tyler Dingler right there behind those 2, watching things unfold. And boy, I think, man, they are getting scrappy, folks. I don't know that. I don't know how that's going to end. Green is really fighting hard to hold on to that 10th position. And Sean Huffs, meanwhile, Vincent Sora, he's finally broke it open up at the front, almost half a second now ahead of Sean Hofstadler. So he's got some breathing room now a little bit for the first time in the race. He might have decided to crank it up a little bit here and up the pace just a little bit, and right now no one is able to match it. And you see now Logan Rhodes there. He's just about to come up on the 21 truck there. He'll make his way past Rhodes. A little further back, AJ Green. Oh, somebody's in the wall. Was that who was that? That was Jimmy Green, I think. He was riding the wall there, I believe. He seems to be a bit off the pace. Somebody else just got into the wall as well. I think that was might have been whoever's in front of him, the 33 perhaps. I think that might have been the 33 of Josh Carver. Looks like he was up there mighty close. Jad Khalif moves into he goes between those guys and moves into the 14th position. Carver now trying to come back on the 22. You're starting to see some of these guys kind of wiggle a little bit as they come off the corner, and I'm wondering if their tires are starting to get on the ragged edge a little bit here. Carver trying to find a way around the 22 of Jad Khalif. Not at the moment, not able to find that way just yet. Jad doing a good job so far holding him off. And who knows, it might be a situation if he could get around him, he might get on down the road. But you know what they say, sometimes catching and passing can be two totally different things. And something's wrong with Amundsen. He's fell back 2 or 3 positions, and we've got a caution here. Not exactly sure why. Let's see. It may be Taylor Bowles, perhaps. Let's see, where is Taylor? I don't see him. Looking for him. I got a report on him here. And he's already, okay. Taylor Bowles. Let's go ahead and jump there to Taylor and see if we can see if that's what precipitated that caution there. And where is he? I think we saw him. Oh, that was that. Okay, that was that other. Was that that same replay we looked at earlier? I swear it looked like he did the exact same thing. I don't know if that was it or not. That might have been from the earlier replay. Oh yeah, my fault. That was from the early replay. We don't have an exact report on who was involved there, but it was something having to do with Taylor Bowles again. And let's go right here and catch Taylor right here. See if we can see. Yeah, something is not right with him tonight, and he might be having some technical problems. Because see how he's kind of doing the same thing. He got into the wall there. You see him get into the wall. And man, he's really up there too. And now he's trying to get down low. That truck is just all over the place. He's getting on the power, and he's just like, the back end is breaking loose on him. It's like the truck is not tracking right now. He just locks it down. I think from that point, he just jumped to the pits and towed in. So you know what? That's enough of that, because now he's just making it kind of dangerous for folks here. So everybody's on pit. Let's see. Is anybody pitting yet? Nobody's pitted yet. There's Jad. Let's see if we can grab Jad real quick, and while we're under caution here, and we're going to see if we can find him in the chat here. He should be there, Obsidian. We'll move him up to the booth real quick. Hey, Jad, Tony in the booth. You got a copy? I guess it'd help if I turn my mic on. Hey, Jad, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, how are things going out there tonight?
A bit rough. It was a bit rough. I was going well the first few laps before the first 2 cautions, and then we had a bit of the car starting getting loose into turn 3 and turn 2, so I had to adjust a bit. But and since then I was going to the back, was working my way a bit up with my teammate. But yeah, it's been a good ride so far. So hopefully we can get a good finish out of this.
10-4. We've seen a couple of trucks here and there seem like they're getting a little loose coming off the corner, and we've seen a lot of folks tasting that outside wall. Is the track getting tight out there?
At the end of the run, before the pit stop, it was getting a bit tight. Even the 15 Sebo hit the wall in front of me. I just didn't see him, and he just went to the down inside so I can pass. It was a tricky moment, but yeah, for sure, I've been seeing a lot of cars hitting the wall.
10-4, man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put you back down to your channel, man, and good luck. We'll talk to you later.
If
Okay, that's Chad Khalif, and getting ready to go back to work. And we might have the one to go already here, and currently he's running in that 16th position, trying to see if he can fight his way back up the order here. Doing a little fuel saving there. And right now, Sean, okay, I take that back. Vincent Sora, usually they were just jockeying for position there. And so Sora, he will lead them back to the, we're officially 2/3 of the way through the race. Now lap 60. And it looks like everybody, from looking at my stats here, everybody's pretty much pitted this time around. And folks, if you're watching on your like smart TV or your computer or something, hey, fire up your phone, go to the look at the link in the description. You got live timing and scoring, and you can see a lot of the data that I see when you're watching. You can see your favorite driver and see how they're doing on track. And the pace car goes in. We're about to go green again. It'll be lap 61. Sorry, getting ready to lead them to the green.
Green.
And racing once again. He gets a pretty good jump there on Sean Hofstadler. How about Max Foner now? He's going to try to make a move on the 99. As they go down into turn one, Jesse Thornock and Dakota Moniz are right there. And sorry, he's still out front, but everybody's right there with him. Oh boy, who was that? That was the 99. Got a little loose there. Hofstadler had a little bit of a wiggle coming off the corner. And how about AJ Green? He is back up in the mix. Boy, he had gotten well down in the order. Man, he gets right on the bumper of the 5. And AJ, you know, AJ, he can be a bull in the china shop, boy. He's coming to the front. You better move out the way. He is really trying to get himself back up to the front here. Sean Hofstadler, they're door to door as they come out of 4. Sora is still your leader.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, we got a caution once again, and they'll get to cool those tires once again. And looks like this one might be Gerald Space, maybe. Yeah, he's coming back on track. And let's go ahead and roll it back, see if we can see. There's Gerald. He's oh, and he comes down. That's Logan Rhodes. They get together. I guess he didn't see the 21. 25, who's that? Jimmy Green. He went flying down into the infield as well. So I'm not sure what happened to Jimmy there. Let's run that back a little bit and see if we can see what happened to the 25. We saw Gerald Space get together with Logan Rhodes. And now there's Jimmy. And I wonder if he reacted to something in front of him. Well, he was going by him. Oh, did he get tagged? He might have got tagged by somebody there. Let's see. I think that's what happened. Yep. Oh, boy, did he get tagged. Sean McLaughlin got him good in the rear there and sent him going through the grass. He was able to maintain control and just drive through the green stuff back onto the black stuff. Let's take it back live. And Gerald Space, I think he might have towed in on to the pits. It looked like I just saw him getting ready to leave pit road. He might be okay there. So now lap 64. Vincent Sora there. He's your leader, Jesse Thornock, in that second spot. Max Foner. Excuse me. Max Foner is there in that third spot. Dakota Moniz. And they round out the top four. Colin Forrester. Him and AJ Green. They're kind of like he's the first non-affiliated driver of those guys in front. So they, we're going to call it what it is. He's basically working against all those guys because they may not show that they're on the same team, but yeah, they know each other very well, and so yeah, he's got a battle just like we saw with Charles Roberson, I think it was a week or so ago, and he's definitely going to have a battle on his hand to get around those guys. But it's an interesting mix though because it's not really helping. Team-wise, it's not helping their individual teams. Now, Vincent Sora, he's actually an independent driver. He's just he's listed as last night's Racing League driver. Dusty Thornock, he's with Larson Line. The only other Larson Line driver in the top 10, actually in the top 5 would be Dakota Moniz. They have Danny Cochran back in the 8th spot, so that's 3 of their drivers there. Sean Huffstedley, he's doing good for Morecast Racing, who's trying to hold on to that team lead. He's going to need some more help from his teammates. Teammate James Trammell now up to the 18th spot, right there behind Greg Moore in the 10. And then Martin Morales right now is in the 21st position. So I guess it depends on, if they can get them, all of them get up maybe into the top 15 or something like that. That'll help their team. As that team average, and they'll kind of even things out along with Larson Line Motorsports. So they've got 3 in the top 7 right now. So yeah, Sean Huffstedler, he definitely needs to get his teammates up there closer to the mix with him to try to stay ahead of Larson Line. I think Larson Line only has 3 drivers out there tonight. Look like I believe it is just Thornock, Moniz, and Cochran. For some reason, I thought it was Austin Holsey. That's who's not out there tonight. Thought there was somebody missing. So I believe the lights are out on the pace car. Yes, they are. So it'll be a lap. With 25 to go. It'll be 24 to go when we take the green flag. And we're going commercial free tonight because something weird is going on with the broadcast software, and I don't know what happened. Didn't really touch anything, but I tell you, that's like I said. Sometimes that's how technology is. Even when it seems like you didn't do anything, something happened. We'll do a complete restart after the race here and see what happened. We can find out. Pace car is in. Sword getting ready to get them going once again. We got a green flag. And he is off and running. Jesse Thornock, I'm not sure. It looked like Jesse almost spun the tires there a little bit on that restart. But, man, they're bunched up. Dakota Moniz right there behind them. Boy, look at Colin Forster down on the inside. Sean Huffstad, I mean, they're really in there tight. Boy, A.J. Green, I mean, it don't get much tighter than that. They're almost like you think they're at Daytona. Oh, boy, they got close there. Forrester and Moniz almost made contact. Boy, I tell you, if something happens at the front here, folks, that could collect a lot of trucks. A.J. Green now really trying to put some more pressure on the 5. Dakota Moniz trying to see what he can do with Colin Forrester there. Forrester trying to get underneath the 14. Right now showing in that 3rd spot. Got his nose ahead of Thornock as they cross the line. Max Foner is he snuck himself up into the lead. Vincent Sora has given way to the 51 here. And that it looks like they're doing a little bit of almost, it looked like it was almost bump drafting there for a minute. Forrester in the third spot, and AJ Green down on the low side. And they've got Dakota Moniz. That's an interesting mix of drivers there. Forrester trying to get a run on the 26. It'll be 20 laps to go. Well, when they cross the line, Max Foner is hanging on here at the moment. Boy, and Dakota Moniz, he got close to AJ Green once again. Man, are they going to survive 20 more laps racing side by side like this? And Sean Huffstudler and them, I mean, they're right back there. They're like, man, do I really want to be this close to the action? If something goes wrong, they're not going to hardly have any time to react to it. And they make it 19 to go across the line here. Look at how close they're getting right there. The field behind them, everybody's in this thing pretty good here. Foner, he's up the front. Look, he's opened up a 0.3 of a second lead over Vincent Sora. And Sora, he's got his hands full with Colin Forrester. Forrester now got that high side there. Let's see, can he get a good run off the corner here to try to get ahead of the 26. Can't do it just yet. I think Sora would probably want to be able to let that truck slide up a little bit as they come off the corner, and Forrester was just a little too close. Now he moves slightly ahead of the 26. And while those guys are battling, when Max Foner, he's just running away with it. Now to 0.4 of a second ahead of them. They need this thing just to stay green. Because I tell you, every time it isn't green and they do a restart, I mean, those guys are right on top of each other. But Max, he's got a good rhythm going here now. He said, you know what, this is just fine. Just leave this just like this. Colin Forrester, he's gotten clear of the 26 of Sora. Now trying to close in on the 51. Colin Forrester was your pole sitter. Trying to finish this race where he started. It'll be 15 to go as they come to the line here. They're starting to space out a little bit. Sora, he's in that third spot. He's losing some ground. He's 0.3 of a second now back from the 24. And I kind of thought Sora was going to be the one setting the tone here and just upping the pace a little bit. But seems like Max Foner and Colin Forrester have upped the ante even more. Sasha, now my dog is over here laying next to my computer. Why are you over there? Jeez, that's the last place I need her, laying next to my computer where the cables are and stuff. Impending disaster. Sasha, come here. Come here. As I try to do animal control here, and these guys are racing down the backstretch. There's Vincent Sora, and Max Foner is pretty healthy lead there. Colin Forrester there in second. They're spaced out pretty good. It's about to be 13 to go. Let's look back while we have the time. There's Thornott and then Dakota Moniz. AJ Green's are in that sixth spot, and they've got a nice little battle going on right here. AJ's trying to hold on to that sixth position. Josh Carver in that 33 machine. He's running there in that seventh spot. How about James Trammell? Him and Sean Huffstudler are right there, the two Morecast drivers running 8th and 9th. And their teammate Martin Morales isn't too far behind. 3 of the 4 Morecast Racing drivers are now up in the mix. Jacob Morris is the only one, he's like in the 29th position. Matter of fact, Morris actually retired. Bowles, Morris, and Hill are retired from the race. So it is now only these three Morecast drivers here. Let's look a little further back. There's Kenneth Neal Amundsen and his brother John Ashley in the 50 truck right there that he's chasing. They're running 10th and 11th. Danny Cochran, the other Larson Line driver, he's the third of the three out there, running in that 13th spot. Boy, and Max Foner, at the moment, folks, he is just cranked it up. 0.8 of a second ahead of now Vincent Sora, who's once again gotten ahead of Colin Forrester. But, it's 11 to go, and he's just about 3/4 of a second behind Foner. And I don't, at this pace right now, I don't know if he can catch him or not. He might be able to, but looks like Max Foner, he is just going for it now. He's no time to save tires or anything. He is giving it all he can. He's closing in a little bit. Keeps hovering around 0.6, between 6 and 0.7 of a second. He can't quite gain on him. It'll be 9 to go as they cross the line. A little further back in the field is James Turmel. They're spaced out a bit back here now. AJ Green right there behind him. Sean Huffstedler, now he's kind of battling with with Joshua Carver, but he's definitely past the 33 now. Carver running in that 9th spot, and that's the 10th position. John Ashley Amundsen actually he moves up into 9th, takes that position from Carver. So now we've got two Morecast drivers running in the top 10, and then Martin Morales is just outside in the 11th position. 8 laps to go. That would be good for them as a team to get all of them in the top 10. Boy, somebody just tapped the wall. I think that might have been Carver, or got real close to tapping the wall anyway. Martin Morales may be able to get that 10th position. He's got 8 laps to go here. And let's see, he got a little bit of pressure there from Jad Khalif. How about Jad Khalif running there in the 12th spot? He was back as far as when we were talking to him. I think he was running 17th or 18th, and having a nice rally here late in the race to get himself there, trying to get closer to the top 12.
Caution,
And
yellow flag.
I saw some movement on my indicators, and something told me there was going to be a caution come out. And let me tell you, folks, this is getting very close to a green-white checker situation, because they're going to have a few laps under caution. This might even move it to a green-white checker. So, oh boy, this is these guys going to be all bunched up here once again. So Jad Khalif, he's right there too, in that 12th position. He'll be able to attack Martin Morales if he can get up there. The question is, would anybody even dare to come down for tires? I don't think so. We'll see what happens here, because it's pretty darn close to the end here. Max Foner had such a great lead, like no. That's the last thing he wanted to see. And that was Austin G, by the way. I believe that was involved in that. Austin, did he retire? Let's see. Yep, he did. He put it behind the wall. Austin G is out. So let's see. Let's see if we can find what happened to Austin there. Okay, let's run it back a little bit, because he's already in the wall. Let's see. Austin G, he was trying to get around Amundsen there in this number 7, Kenneth Neal Amundsen. And, he just ran out of room, and he does collect, I think that was Shane Wheeldon that he collected, and bounced off of somebody else as well. But yeah, that's that was the end for Austin G here tonight. So Max Foner, now he's going to have to do it the hard way. And we're showing 5 to go. I think this might, depends on how many caution laps they have here. Man, if they get ready to go green here, it'll be 4 laps remaining. Well, actually, it'll be right at 3 once they come around and take the green flag. If they get the one to go this time around. Let's see what happens as we cross the line here. Get ready to go. And actually, we're going to have one more lap of caution. So looking at where we are, and right now it's 4 to go. Next time we get the 1 to go, I think the way iRacing works, I think this is going to kick it off into a green, white checker situation, which they only have 1 of. So it's pretty much do or die time here now, folks, because we don't even have the 1 to go yet. And I think iRacing is going to kick it around and make it the green, white checker situation here. The whole field making its way down the backstretch. And there's some folks on pit road. Logan Rhodes, he's on pit road. See, Sean McLaughlin's on pit road. I don't know if he just pitted or if he's been there a while, but leaders are coming around now. Should be getting the 1 to go. Kind of had a weird finish was it last week? Something happened and part of the field went and the other part didn't, and it was kind of a funky restart. And they probably should have thrown a caution to get everybody reset, but it happened too late at the race there, and it just kind of ended that way. The lights are out on the pace car, so we will get the 1 to go this time around. And it most likely will be a green-white checker because right now they would cross the line. If it wasn't, you would think it would say go to 2 to go, but it'll probably go to 2 and then click back up to 3 to make it green-white checker. So, yeah, this definitely so I think if a caution comes out around lap 6 or like 6 to go or 7 to go, that's probably the trigger there that will automatically get you to a green-white checker situation. So here we go, folks. Hold on. Let's see what happens here. Pace car is in. Can Max hold on?
Green, green, green.
He lights them up, and they get going once again. Vincent Sora is going to want that win. Boy, and Max Froner is going to have his work cut out for him. Sora's right there. Max trying to get a good getaway. Man, they're really close. It's going to be a drag race down the backstretch. And Sora's got some good momentum coming down. And I think he's going to get the run on Foner here. It's kind of a little bit of a sitting duck here. Kind of a bad deal for Max Foner. He's almost getting run over here. There's Colin Forrester. He's also going to get a run. Boy, Max, as long as that thing had stayed green, Foner would have been fine. But now he's really fighting for whatever he can get. And we got some guys getting together back here. That might be the race here, folks. Is the caution coming out? No, it's not. Because it's a green-white checker, white flags in the air. Boy, a lot of Larson line drivers got caught up in that. And but anyway, Vincent Sora, he will come around. He'll be a winner. Colin Forrester second. Max Froner holds on to that 3rd position. But Vincent Sora, he manages to race back up there and grab the win tonight here at Kansas. Man, that was an interesting finish there. We saw some guys, getting caught up in a wreck that, kind of don't normally see. Vincent Sora, he's going to do some celebrating here. Colin Forrester there, and look like he's giving who is that? That's the 27. That's Mike Simone. I think he's giving a push back to pit road. He must have ran out of fuel, but Colin Forrester, your second place. In third place is Max Fona. He's already in the pits. How about Jad Khalif? And he's giving somebody a push as well. And Jad, he came home. Our spotlight driver came home in the 7th position. Good job there, Jad Khalif. And congratulations there to Vincent Sora as he celebrates. And while he's celebrating, we'll go ahead and get the guys into the booth here in Victory Lane. Let's see, we got to find everybody here. There's Vincent right there. We'll just move him on up. We've got one, and we got to get Forrester and Max Foner. Now, I wonder if Max is even in here, because I think Max may not. Some guys just don't even get in the server at all. Trying to find Colin Forrester here, and let's see if did he jump on his. Yeah, he's already up there. I almost think that he's not in here. Max Foner, I don't think he's in the server at all. There he is. Okay, let's go ahead and move him on up there to Victory Lane, and we'll jump down there with him. Okay, folks, we're down here in Victory Lane with your top three: Vincent Sora, Colin Forrester, and Max Foner. Hey, Vincent, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, wow, that was kind of a timely caution, wasn't it? There, for you anyway, because Max, he had opened up a lead on you guys, and man, I guess he was just hoping that thing would stay green all the way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it paid off in the end. I actually didn't want the caution to come out because I felt like I was closing a good bit on Max, and I didn't know if I could get him or not. I felt like I possibly could have. Yeah, he had clean air and got out pretty far there. It's just so key to get out there into the clean air early here at these 1.5 miles. But yeah, I mean, I guess it worked in the end.
Yeah, 10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Everybody in the league. Shout out to Max. That was a good race at the end. And Danny Cochran for painting me this beautiful paint scheme.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Hey, Colin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, good racing there, man. And you almost finished where you started. And I tell you, good effort, though, on that second place finish.
Yeah, thank you. I just messed up early in the race when that first caution came out. I got speeding. I thought it was 50 since we were going 65 on our pace lap. It's usually 15 under. So I thought it was going to be 50, and I just got in there too hot, and it was 45, and just nothing. Couldn't slow down in time, got speeding, had to go to the back. But
right.
Slowly but surely made my way up and managed to get second. Obviously wish I won, but second's a good point stay.
Yeah, I saw you back there at the back, and I'm like, we were looking at a replay of an accident, and then when I saw the restart, I'm like, well, how did Colin get all the way back there? So I knew something had to happen, but yeah, man, like you said, boy, you made some good progress at the end. And anybody else want to give a shout out to?
Give a shout out to you. You do a great job on the broadcast as usual. Look forward to watching it. Shout out to all my teammates. Adam's not here right now. He should be getting back sometime tonight though. Shout out to AJ as well. Shout out to Lance and shout out to Mike. They all had pretty solid races. I know, unfortunately, Lance's internet or something went out during the race. But shout out to everyone in the league as well. Thanks for Jad for putting this on, and that's all.
10-4, man. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you, Tony.
Hey, Max, you got a copy?
Yeah, Tony, I got you.
Hey, man, good man. I tell you, I know you didn't want to see that caution, man. You got out there and got a nice head of steam going up, man, and you're probably like, doggone it, we didn't need that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I had used my stuff up a little too much. I was definitely nervous of that with like 10 to go, but I definitely think I would have liked my chances better if it stayed green. I just didn't have the tires for those guys on the restart. I really didn't know what speed I was going to have until I got to the front, and the thing just took off in clean air. It was great, but yeah, a bit of a bummer at the end.
Was it kind of one of those weird situations where you probably wish you had more laps to go? You might have wanted to come in and get some tires, but y'all had to just live with what you had.
Well, nobody had any tires left. So
okay.
Everybody was just kind of stuck out there. But yeah, I didn't think driving any slower on that last run was going to help either, because race was going to end, and tried our best.
Yep,
we'll get there soon. We're close.
Absolutely. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, congrats to Vinny on the win. One of these days, I'm gonna beat him. Thanks to you for broadcasting, and yeah, everyone else in the race who raced me clean tonight. It's great.
10-4. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks.
Okay, folks, that will do it here, and let's go ahead and let's bring up the finishing order here. Let's grab that for you here. Boom, there we go. And Vincent Sora holds on to win there. Colin Forrester second, Max Foner third, AJ Green fourth, Greg Moore in the fifth position. Good finish for Greg. Josh Carver sixth, Jad Khalifa, our spotlight driver, finished seventh. Martin Morales finished eighth. Danny Cochran ninth. Jimmy Green rounds out your top 10. 11th spot, we have Kenneth Amoson, Dakota Moniz 12th, Tyler Dingler 13th, Gerald Space 14th, Jesse Thornock in the 15th spot. 16th, we have Shane Wilden Sr., John Ashley Amoson 17th, David Mayer in the 18th position. And let's see, there we go. 19th is Travis Eccles, James Trammell 20th, Sean Huffstetler 21st, Mike Simone 22nd, Siebert Corns 23rd, 24th, Charles Roberson. Then 25th, we have Logan Rhodes, Austin G 26th, Sean McLaughlin 27th, Taylor Bowles 28th, 29th, Jacob Morris, and Lance Hill in the 30th position. And as always, thank you for joining us here tonight on Rice Motorsports TV. Hey, we survived the technical gremlins and was able to get the race to you in its entirety, and we're glad about that, folks. And so for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.